Zendaya, two-time Emmy winner, fashion icon, global superstar. In 2022, Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. She has achieved a level of universal admiration that is almost unheard of in modern Hollywood. There are no major scandals, no public meltdowns, no toxic relationships. Her image is flawless. But in a world where we've seen every other Disney star crash and burn, it raises a fascinating, almost suspicious question. Is anyone really that perfect? Today, we're not here to tear her down. We are going on a respectful deep dive to search for the inevitable human flaws, the cracks in Zendaya's perfect image. Let's unfold the story and see if we can find them. Our story begins where most celebrity tragedies do, Disney Channel. But Zendaya's journey immediately deviates from the tragic playbook. Her secret weapon? A shockingly normal foundation. Her parents were both teachers. She grew up in the California Shakespeare Theater, where her mother worked, helping seat patrons and falling in love with the craft. She's a self-described old soul.
I am a very old soul. I'm like a 60-year-old woman in this 20-year-old body.
Even her name, derived from the Shona word tendai, means to give thanks. It's a foundation of gratitude in a world of entitlement. But her path wasn't paved with immediate prestige. Her first steps were a classic child actor hustle, commercials for Macy's, Old Navy, and even iCarly toys. It was a grind that kept her grounded. But there's something deeper at play here. Her parents weren't just teachers. They were her first mentors in discipline. Her father put his own career as a teacher aside to become her dedicated manager during the crucial early years of her career. They instilled in her a relentless work ethic and high standards. In fact, Zendaya has often said that her mother is her ultimate role model.
Who would you say is your role model growing up?
My mom.
And today, has it changed?
No, it's still my mom.
This wasn't just a stable childhood. It was a training ground. From day one, Zendaya was being given the tools not just to navigate Hollywood, but to redefine it. A stable childhood is one thing, but navigating the treacherous waters of Disney and emerging unscathed is a different challenge entirely. So, did she stumble? Her big break came with Disney's Shake It Up, but in a fascinating first crack, she didn't even get the lead role, losing it to Bella Thorne. While the media tried to manufacture a rivalry, Zendaya chose friendship over drama, an early sign of her remarkable maturity. She took that maturity directly into the boardroom. For her next Disney show, Casey Undercover, she made an unprecedented demand for a 16-year-old. She insisted on being a producer. This gave her the power to ensure the show featured a family of color, and that her character was intelligent and strong, rejecting the stereotype of the clumsy Disney girl. She wasn't just an actress, she was already an architect of her own image. She had conquered Disney on her own terms, but could she survive the notoriously brutal transition to serious adult Hollywood? Zendaya's breakout film role came with Spider-Man: Homecoming, where she played Michelle Jones, a fresh, modern take on the classic MJ. When backlash arose over a biracial actress playing such an iconic part, she stayed unfazed, simply saying that representation matters and people would have to get over it. She helped shape MJ into a sharp, quirky outsider instead of a typical love interest, making the character distinctly her own. On set, she became a steady, grounding presence, someone both director John Watts and Tom Holland praised for her calm strength and authenticity. Most people don't know this. Zendaya never waited for Hollywood to give her diverse roles. She told her agent to send her for everything, even parts not written for women of color. MJ in Spider-Man, Rue in Euphoria, Chani in Dune. None of them were, but she refused to be boxed in, saying, "I don't want to limit myself." She didn't wait for Hollywood to change. She was changing it herself. Then came the ultimate gamble, Euphoria. Playing Rue, a troubled teenage drug addict, was a shocking pivot that could have alienated her entire Disney fan base. The show was dark, raw, and deeply controversial, but Zendaya embraced it. Her fearless performance earned her 2 Emmy Awards, making her the youngest actress and the first Black woman to win twice for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. She didn't just star in Euphoria. By its second season, she was also an executive producer, shaping the show's creative direction. Around the same time, she co-created and co-financed Malcolm and Marie, a lockdown film shot in a private home, proving once again that she's quietly but firmly in control of her creative image. That quiet control shows in everything she does. Euphoria's creator Sam Levinson calls her work ethic incredible. Dune director Denis Villeneuve calls her a cultural icon in the making. And her stylist, Law Roach, describes her as the most humble superstar and the most self-critical. Even Zendaya admits she's a true Virgo perfectionist.
I'm a Virgo. Controlling, perfectionist, self-critical, loyal, loving.
That same energy still fuels her today. A flawless career. But this is Hollywood. Surely in the notoriously messy world of public opinion, there must be a real scandal. This is where Zendaya's perfection becomes almost unbelievable. In 2015, after the Oscars, TV host Juliana Rancic made a stereotypical comment about Zendaya's dreadlocks, saying she looked like she smelled like patchouli oil and weed. It could have turned into a scandal, but Zendaya's response was calm, eloquent, and deeply intelligent. An Instagram post that dismantled cultural stereotypes with grace and power. The world took notice. Rancic apologized. Zendaya accepted. What could have been controversy became a defining moment of integrity, so much so that Mattel created a Barbie in her honor. This wasn't an isolated incident. It was the public's first glimpse into her core philosophy. As she told Glamour when they named her Woman of the Year in 2016, she realized her work wasn't just entertainment. It was an opportunity to do bigger, more meaningful things. And for Zendaya, that real reason became a powerful mix of philanthropy and activism. Zendaya has used her platform for advocacy, quietly supporting Black Lives Matter and education initiatives. She has been a UNICEF ambassador and has spoken about the importance of mental health awareness, especially for young people of color. But her most significant commitment has been with Convoy of Hope. For her 18th birthday, instead of gifts, she launched a campaign that raised enough money to feed thousands of hungry children. She was actively mobilizing her fan base for a cause, long before it was a trend. And what about her personal life? Her relationship with co-star Tom Holland is the biggest celebrity romance on the planet. Yet, it is almost completely devoid of drama. She simply refuses to play the tabloid game. Even when paparazzi photos of them kissing went viral, both handled it with humility. Zendaya calling it one of the downsides of fame, rather than using it for publicity. This level of control extends to her image as a fashion icon. Her collaboration with stylist Law Roach is legendary. They treat every red carpet as a performance. In 2021, she became the youngest person ever to receive the CFDA Fashion Icon Award, the ultimate prize in fashion. But what makes Zendaya's fashion journey even more fascinating is the quiet power behind her choices. In her early career, several major luxury houses refused to dress her. She was told she wasn't on their calendar or not established enough. Law Roach never forgot that. He made a vow. If you say no once, it'll be a no forever. That's why today, even at the height of her fame, Zendaya rarely wears those brands on the red carpet. Her looks are not just statements of style, they're statements of principle and loyalty. And in 2016, she co-designed the Daya by Zendaya clothing line, a gender-neutral and inclusive brand that celebrated diversity long before it became a trend. It's almost frustrating. A stable childhood, a perfect career, a drama-free love life, and grace under pressure. So, does she have any flaws? Is there any crack in this diamond-plated armor? The only real, tangible crack is one she has admitted to herself. The self-imposed pressure of being perfect. She speaks of a complicated relationship with her fame, a constant anxiety about saying the wrong thing. She's a perfectionist to the extreme. In interviews, she said she often feels overwhelmed by the fear of disappointing people.
I think is probably disappointing the ones that I care about.
And this is the ultimate paradox. Her only flaw seems to be the immense internal burden of maintaining her own flawlessness. Even her stylist and friend Law Roach once described her as the most humble superstar I've ever met, but also the most self-critical. So, is Zendaya too perfect to be true? After this deep dive, the answer seems to be almost. Her story is a rare and astonishing anomaly. She is a testament to the power of a strong foundation, a relentless work ethic, and a profound sense of self-control. The cracks we went looking for turned out not to be scandals, but moments of grace, intelligence, and a deeply human struggle with the very perfection she embodies. She represents a new kind of celebrity, one built not on rebellion, but on restraint, not on chaos, but on consciousness. Perhaps her true superpower isn't her talent or her beauty, but her incredible, almost unbelievable consistency. If you like this video, please help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Your support means the world. So, what do you think? Is Zendaya truly this flawless, or is she just the best at keeping her secrets? Let us know your thought in the comments below. Thanks for watching.